Book Shaman back with you again with the George Herriman's Krazy Kat Screencast, issue 3. This time we're looking at the Krazy Kat Sunday page from November 7th, 1920, originally published in the Los Angeles Examiner. In this, the top panel, we have George Herriman's trademark design element of the two symbols that I call the Sun Cross and the Thunderbolt, kind of like life and death as I interpret it. In the middle we have sort of a vaudeville show. See the thrilling saw scene at the Coconino Opera House, 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. My show, son, my show, and an artistic triumph it is too. Gosh, Ignat's impressed. And the little promoter, he's out there outside the Coconino Opera House seeing dollar signs as Coconino's elite make their way into the opera house to see the show. There's Gooseberry Sprigg, the Duck Duke, Joe Turkle, Joe Stork, Walter Cephas Ostrich, I forget that dog's name, and Don Coyote. That night, Coconino's elite was present, and Ignat standing back, and me without the price of admission. So he goes up to the boss man. What's that? I said maybe there's some tour or something I could earn a ticket to your show. This is a work of art, young fella, a dramatic masterpiece, not a circus. Yeah, Ignat gives up. Oh, very well. He starts to walk off. But then the stooge comes running out. Oh, boss, oh, boss, oh, boss. Wow, wow, what? The leading man has got a sudden attack of the measles and can't go on the saw act tonight. Doggone it, our greatest act. Who can we get to do it in his place? Yes, who? Ignatz. I know who. Yeah, Ignatz comes dragging Krazy back. Will he do it? He will. I will if Ignatz says so. Your friend has a dangerous job on his hands, but you sure saved my show. Here's a ticket for tomorrow night's performance. Don't mention it, sir. It's a pleasure, I assure you. Rash, flap, rip. Zing, zang! How dashed you wear armor in that scene, and busting up the best act and the only saw in the play. Get out! I'm ruined! I'll hold him, boss, while you smoke one of his lamps. Then I'll hold him while you put the light out on the other one. Yeah, they're working Ignatz over good. And Krazy's like, I wonder how the act went. This strip kind of comments on how the dying vaudeville shows that traveled from small town to small town were borrowing from the cliches of the popular motion pictures, particularly in this case the serials of, the endangered. Normally it would be like a woman in danger, but this is kind of a low budget act and they had to take what they could get. Still Coconino, they have their little opera venue, and high society would come in to see these acts. It's in the days pre, multimedia. I don't think I ever saw a movie house in Coconino. I could very well be wrong on that, but I've never seen one. The characters are stock. The boss, the stooge. Ignatz is trying to bend Krazy to his will for his own profit, and he thinks he's gotten away with something, but then Krazy, without really trying to be malicious or mean or anything, he just naturally foils Ignatz's plans. And of course, when you try to profit from someone else's misery, you get it yourself. It's kind of like a karma thing.
Mississippi Barbecue Palace. Mississippi speaking.
I see. Now, Mr. Sippy, I'm trying to get in touch with Rochester. Rochester Van Jones.
You mean the man whose horse has caused no end of unbalanced budgets in this vicinity?
I lost plenty on him, too. Now, is Rochester there?
Just a minute, I'll find out.
Oh, Rochester. What is it, Sippy? Is that Mr. Benny?
Yeah. What am I telling?
Same thing.
Okay. Wrong number. Goodbye.
You know, Sippy, that was a narrow escape.
Yeah. Say, how many days have you been hiding out from Mr. Benny?
4 that I can remember, and 2 that must have been sheer bliss. Say, Sippy, I was supposed to meet Louis Armstrong here. Have you seen him?
Old Satchmo? Here he comes now.
Off the lazy river where the old mill runs.
Well, look here. Hello, Rod.
Hello, Sat. Well, where are the gals, Satch? I thought you were going to come loaded.
Don't worry, son. I got 2 gals coming over here in a little while that are tall, tan, tantalizing, and tender.
Are they good looking?
Mine is. Yours is sort of a retread.
Now, wait a minute, Satch. I should have the good-looking one. I'm a romantic man.
Romantic?
You heard me. When I kiss a gal, Cupid just stands there and says, my. I'm torrid.
Oh, you dog. Say, Rats, an important thought has just struck me. What are we going to do for money tonight? You know, legal lettuce.
Well, Satch, you got money.
I had money until that horse of yours demorganthawed me.
Well, let me tell you something, Satch. Bert Clark would have won that race if it hadn't been for the back stretch.
What happened in the back stretch?
He just rolled over on his back and stretched.
Well, look, Rochester. We got a hold. They got to get hold of some stuff for tonight, and I got a hunch that those gals going to be hungry.
Yeah, well, it looks like I'll have to call him Mr. Benny, my favorite comedian.
Oh, you dog, you.
Give me that phone, Sippy.
Here you are.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Crestview 7071. From Natchez to Mobile. What? I can't dial, miss. I got a highball in each hand. From Memphis to St. Joe, wherever the 4 winds blow. Hello? Hello, Mr. Benny?
Well, so it's you.
What happened to you, boss? Where you been?
Where have I been? I've been on the phone for the last 6 days trying to reach you. I called every hot spot on Central Avenue that's got a telephone.
Some of the best ones is primitive.
Rochester, I don't want any flippancies. I want the truth. You've been back from Louisville a week now. Why haven't I heard from you?
Well, last Tuesday I was right up to the door of your house in Beverly Hills ready to work.
Uh-huh.
And just as I was about to enter, a black cat crossed my path.
I see. Well, couldn't you walk around the cat?
I did and wound up at the Cotton Club.
Oh, well, so much for Tuesday. Now, what happened Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday?
I don't even remember where they happened.
I thought so. Now, look, Rochester, I want you to be at my house first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay, boss, I'll be there.
You better.
By the way, Mr. Benny, a financial predicament has reared its ugly head. I'm in desperate need of, say, about $25.
I see. Well, let me ask you something, Rochester. Why should I give you $25 when I just lost $50 on your horse? Well, come on. Rochester, I want an answer to that question.
It ain't ready yet.
Now, listen, Rochester, I'll give you the money on one condition, that you come over here right now and start to work. The house is a mess.
Okay, I'm on my way, boss. So long.
Goodbye.
Now, listen, Satch, you keep the gals here. I'll run over to see Mr. Benny, put on the personality, and be back in a half an hour.
Rochester, you forgot to hang up the phone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Rochester!
Yes, boss!
I heard your conversation.
Don't you believe it?
Get over here. Goodbye.
That's I'm in the doghouse.
That's where you belong, you old dog.
Well, I better get over to Mr. Benny's house. So long, Sippy. Good luck, Rochester.
Thanks for sharing George Herriman's Krazy Kat Screencast. It's always here available on after the weekend at www.cocaninobrickworks.blogspot.com. Click that link. Oh yeah, it doesn't work, does it? But you can find a lot of my other stuff on my other blog that you'll see when you go to the aforementioned.
Hey, Satch, while you're waiting for the gals, why don't you get up there with the band and give out a little jive for the cats?
Okay, I might float on down that old lazy river for a few balls. Let's float, boys.
Up the lazy river where the old mill runs. Up the lazy river with the noonday sun, singing in the shade of a kind old tree. Throw away your troubles, dream a dream of me, dream a dream of me. Up the lazy river where the robin song, two bright lights as we stroll along. Blue skies up above, the one I love. Up the lazy river, how happy we will be, Mama. Oh, up the lazy river, oh, you river, you river,
See you next time.
Listen to your woman, but not closely.